Good morning. I'm higher vibrations and so are you. And before I get started, I would like to mention that this coming Tuesday on February 2nd or 22nd, 2022, so 2/22/22 at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, I'm going to hold a Zoom that all are invited to come join. There's no real plan. It's simply that one of the best things, the best solutions to all of this stuff that we're going through is to connect to one another. And it's kind of limiting when it's through this method of trying to write down, the things to each other and stuff. And though it's beautiful and helpful, this is just something else we'll try as well. I'll be hosting it. I'll put a link at the bottom of this in the description. And all are welcome to come and attend. You don't have to speak. You don't have to have your camera on if you don't want to. It's just simply a community of like-minded people that if you want to gather, you're welcome. Okay. Also, I apologize for how long it's been since I've made a video. I've just like all of you, there's just a lot going on right now. One of the things that's been occurring for a lot of us, that term, the dark night of the soul, I've been made to understand it more. And rather than being a dark night of the soul, it's a light being shown on the soul. And that just helps us to see the things that need to be cleared out, the dust that needs to be dusted out, the debris that just kind of needs to be shaken away. And as a result, a lot of us, including myself, have had new people enter our lives that have been present simply to remind us, to give us the opportunity to stand in ourselves and our truth, and to be true to ourselves, to be authentic, our true authentic selves. And with that, it's not always comfortable, but as the end comes closer and we start to see what's happening, it's beautiful. And it's also time consuming. And so I have been busy doing that. And that's one of the ascension symptoms that I'd like to talk about right now. Most of the ascension symptoms we discuss are physical, but there's also spiritual and evolutionary ones where the light being shown on the soul kind of things, giving us that ability to propel ourselves, to be propelled into that higher dimensional frequency space. For those other things, they're karmic anchorings or whatever it is that you want to call it. They're just kind of holding us back, holding us down into a space that we don't resonate with any longer. It's like, in some ways, I guess you can look at it as like an accelerated therapy. Other things that we've been experiencing has been the sleeplessness, this struggles with sleep, rather. I found I am still profoundly exhausted most of the day. And then as soon as it's getting to be later in the evening and closer to bedtime, I'm awake. Ta-da, I'm awake now. Hooray. No. And so once I do get to that place where I'm ready to sleep, I'm not able to. And it's not a bad thing. It's actually feels like an exciting thing, but it does have its side effect on our body, where we do need our rest. Something that I've been doing a lot of are those 5-minute meditation moments that are almost like sleep, I guess. In a way, it's a restful state, and that's been helping me. But also the vibrational stuff going through our centers, our core, particularly at night, but really a lot of the different times of day and night. And that's that transmutation stuff happening. We're a conduit of that energy going back and forth and up and down and exchange, and this beautiful harmonious orchestra, this symphony. It's beautiful, but it can feel disruptive, especially if you don't know what it is. It's usually, for me, there's a humming sound that accompanies it. It sounds like the core of the earth is vibrating, and I hear that hum. That's what it sounds like to me. The ear ringing has not stopped. The ear ringing is actually gotten more pronounced the past couple of days for me. as well as the flickery light kind of show stuff, the orbs, seeing the light, seeing the resonance of objects and things, whether or not they're really in your visual field. That's been kind of entertaining to me anyway. Some people find it more alarming, and I would love to reassure you to not be alarmed. All of this stuff can have the potential of making us feel afraid. But there is no reason to be afraid. This is cool. This is exciting. Yes, it has that reminiscence of standing in line at a park, a fair, and you're going to get on the roller coaster for the first time in your life, and it's your turn next. Like there's one person in front of you. And then there's that tug of war inside, right? That emotional experience of elation and excitement for this new adventure that we've wanted to do for however long. And all of a sudden going, oh, but do I want to? This looks kind of scary too. And it is. It's scary, but it's exciting. The fear is in the unknown. And the unknown isn't always something that we need to be afraid of. The solution for everything that we're experiencing is to be in a place of love. For the opposite of fear is love. And what is love? But that is who God is all made of. Like there's nothing more. Like everything of God is love. Like I can't find the correct words to describe it. The love that is felt is just amazing. I've never found another example to compare it to. However, it is true, and it's part of what our experience is. And the farther away from love that we let ourselves wander, the easier it is to be in that place of fear. And the opposite of where our true power lies. Because we are empowered beings, fully capable, fully aware, fully functional in all things. We came here prepared, trained, fully capable of making this amazing thing occur. This grand ascension of this massive population has been asked to be done by us. And, we weren't the only ones that volunteered. It's simply that we were picked because we were the most prepared, whether or not we remember it fully. And that's why things happen so easily, without much effort, when you're in the moment of it. When I can turn off my mind, my brain, my, oh no, what am I supposed to do now? And fear of the unknown kind of stuff, I start to find that it's just like riding a bike. All of a sudden, I'm doing this beautiful thing, whatever it is, naturally, effortlessly, and beautifully. We are all this way. We all have that. We are all creators of this beautiful existence. And this experience that we're in now, we're making this bridge. We're helping this massive group ascend, for it is their time. Along the way, we have these dizzy spells, for these ascension symptoms are going to persist. The dizziness comes and goes. The feeling of just disembodiment, feeling like I'm finding that I'm noticing more and more that it feels like my legs are in a seated position in front of my body as I'm walking around, standing up. Noticing more and more the tingling sensation and the tapping on the top of my head, almost like moments of people like not pulling my hair out, but taking a small, soft, gentle, painless tug of my hair. Electronics are failing in my presence. Lights are flickering. The hot, cold flashes. My core body temperature has dropped 4 or 5 degrees at least regularly. And that's something else too, is that, not only are we having the hot, cold flashes, all of a sudden just steaming hot, sweaty, and then freezing. But at the same time, in those moments when I'm having those temperature taken and seeing that my core temperature is well below average, I am not cold. I am in a comfortable place. I understand this. Light is cold. And that as we ascend into a higher dimensional frequency space, I believe strongly that most of us will, at some point, will have a lower core temperature. Something that I haven't mentioned for a while is also the language barrier stuff is becoming more pronounced and more obvious. And that's an ascension symptom, not just my lack of vocabulary. I'm finding I'm having a harder time accessing my vocabulary, which is typically pretty good, a pretty wide variety. I have a pretty good access to vocabulary, but I'm struggling, as you can probably tell. But not only that, it's not just access to the vocabulary, but it's the ever-present understanding that our vocabulary, the way that we speak with these words, are very limiting. They are constricting. The definitions of the words that we use, most of them have a meaning that is wrapped in a three-dimensional frequency space that is ever-encompassing, encumbering. See? What else? The thirst is untangling. Oh my, I am so thirsty. Water and juice. I always have something to drink all the time. Water, 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 water. Listening to our body as our body's diet wants to be different now. Our body doesn't want certain foods anymore. Or something else that's been happening for a lot of people is they have changed their diet over time into a more vegan or vegetarian lifestyle. And recently people are being called, their body's asking for meat. If that's you, please don't feel bad. There's no shame in this. Listening to our body and giving it what it's requesting is helping. It's helping you, but as you help yourself, you're helping all of everyone. We are connected. And as you take care of yourself, you are taking care of the other. As you love yourself, you are loving the other. As you heighten your awareness, you're doing so for all others. I know that it's not easy. There's a lot going on right now. I am so grateful for you. Thank you so much for your service. I will make myself available on February 22nd, 2022 at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will put a link for the Zoom meeting at the bottom. I hope that you can attend. If you can't, that's okay. I'm going to see if I can do this every week. I am sending you all so much love. Thank you so much for everything that you do. These things that we're going through are temporary, but it doesn't make it any easier when we're in it. Growing pains are necessary, but very uncomfortable. I hope you're having a lovely journey. I'm sending you so much love. Aho Blessings.